Well, we are thinking ahead to the holidays this Money Monday. We just had Halloween, where typically billions are spent to celebrate with costumes and candy. I'm not quite sure if that was the case this year, and I'm also wondering about the holidays coming up. Here with some answers is Kyle Winkfield from Finley, Alexander. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad one holiday is down, but I'm looking ahead to the others, and I'm wondering, do you think that holiday spending is going to decline this year with social distancing and just our current climate in general?
It could. I think that given the holiday spirit and the fact that we have all these cool ways to buy stuff online and then send it, I think we might find ourselves spending a similar amount of money, but doing it through online retailers versus going actually to the store or to the mall and physically spending that money at those retailers.
You've got a lot of faith in people. I don't so much. I think people are going to be cutting down, and I shouldn't say faith. I feel like they're probably going to find some alternatives for spending their money, maybe crafting or maybe not buying for as many people. But one thing that I know all of us parents are going to do is still try to make this very special for our kids. And you've got some ideas about that as well, right?
I do. I think that I'm right there with you, Elsa, in terms of the crafting or doing something that's got more meaning to it than just going out and buying that high price ticket item for your kid or for someone that's special. I mean, doing something like picture frames and taking a picture. One of the things that I did for my grandmother and then my son's Grammy, because she's a great grandmother, is we just took a whole bunch of pictures with her that we took over the year and put them in custom frames that the boys painted. And I think that is going to have a lot more meaning to her, right? So
yeah,
those are some ideas. I think the biggest thing about the holidays, especially social distancing right now, is one of the greatest ways to say I love you is TIME, spending time. And I think we need to get a little bit more creative this year because of social distancing, how we're going to spend that time with the people we love.
well, Kyle, you are a money guy, so of course you're giving us proper advice on how to spend it the right way. I also want to know how to save it. So how do we save money around the holidays?
So this is what kills me. It's not like the holidays just pop out of nowhere. It's an annual event every year. Christmas is the same time every year, December 20th. It's coming. It's coming. So the idea is Ashley, my wife, she does this throughout the year. She's strategically just buying stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you do it too. So
I do.
This is a great way to not break the bank and go in debt because you're doing a little bit every single month. Now, for those of us who wait to the last minute, that would be me. Then, hey, you don't have. It's not the amount of money you're spending. It's really the thought. But if you do have people you're buying stuff for, I would encourage you to start now if you haven't already, trying to find those deals, searching online for things that you think they would enjoy, and getting them ahead of time so you're not waiting at the last minute, hoping it shows up on time, and then possibly paying more for the item than you need to be paying for it.
And let me add another tip for your wife and for myself, because I always forget this. Remember where you put them.
Yes. Yes.
After you've been buying them throughout the year, sometimes it's hard to, did I put it in the attic? Did I put it in the basement? Is it under the bed? Put it in one spot. I try to hide it so that my daughter won't find it, and then I hide it too well, and then I can't find it.
And then you can't find. I mean, another idea is if you're someone who's thinking about the amount of money you're going to spend. One of the ideas that works really well is you figure out make a list of all of the people you might want to get something for, and then set a limit. Say, okay, $10, $25, whatever the number is, and then add it up and say, okay, it looks like I'm going to be out $500 or $1,000. And then if you do that, let's say in January, then you can say, okay, I'm going to put $100 aside or $50 aside or $25 aside every pay period in this little gift slush fund. And then you're good and you're not going into debt, running up the credit card and saying, geez, so something to think about.
Always with the great tips. Okay, if people can't wait until Money Mondays to get these tips, how should they reach out to you?
FinleyAlexander.com.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.